Doe normaal, welcome back to the channel everybody. Now before we begin this video, I want you to give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you're new. Now today's topic is going to be what is a narcissist, and it's going to be the first episode of the narcissism series. What is a narcissist? Narcissist is somebody that has narcissistic personality disorder, one of several types of personality disorders. Is a mental condition in which people have an inflated sense of their own importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, troubled relationships, and the lack of empathy for others. Now, why do I want to talk about this? Why is it that I chose to add another subject to the Can't Say series? It's because this is something that I have been working on for quite a while. And it's always something that bothers me because I see it everywhere around in this world. There are so many people that show characteristics of a narcissist that I want to discuss this, so you guys know what this is all about, and that this is no longer something that we should be silent about, but something that we should discuss so we can recognize this at other people. Because if we don't do anything about it, this will become a problem. Now, I will be making a series of characteristics of a narcissist and much more. Also their weakness, how I found out, etc, etc. Now the next page is going to be talking about the few characteristics of a narcissist. The fake self, never does anything wrong, and the pinnacle of intelligence and success. Let's start with the first. Pretends to be talented. Excuse me guys, I gotta take a sip of my tea. Great. Got some green tea here, caffeine free. So, the fake self pretends to be talented. This person claims that they have some sort of a talent that is so special that the whole world needs to know about. They always brag about the talent they never have, never had. And that is so special that this person needs to be touched, well, because it's them. So you need to touch them. Second is, pretends to be the most honest. Whenever you hear somebody talk about how honest they are, just know that they're the exact opposite. I am the most honest guy in the world. No, you're not. Because somebody who is extremely honest does not talk about how honest they are. Only those who are dishonest would do that to cover their lies. The next is, appears to be caring and loving. This always appears to be in the beginning, but eventually it always fades away. You will always see the harsh personality, how they treat you, unfair, unjust and whatnot. You would feel very bad around them. Then, never does anything wrong. Whatever they do, it's always your fault. Deflection and projection is the first rule of a narcissist during confrontation. These people do not take, nor do they want to take responsibility and accountability for their actions. Why? Because their ego cannot handle to admit that they're wrong, because they would feel ashamed, and that is something that they do not want to feel. Therefore, they do projection and deflection, and if they can't deflect it, then they have a reason, and this reason is supposed to justify that what they have done wrong. And it's not just some small wrong thing, no, a big wrong thing, something that you cannot tolerate. And if that reason doesn't make any sense, which it always never makes sense, then they play the victim and blame their past. That is the oldest trick in the book, playing the victim. Oh, this was something I've experienced in the past, and I know it's so wrong to do it, but I couldn't just help to do it, and you know, the whole lies and nonsense. Now, the pinnacle of intelligence and success. This person thinks that he or she is smarter than everyone around them. This person is supposed to have the IQ that is above Albert Einstein. Now, how do you know? This person thinks that he or she knows it all. But whenever you have a discussion with them, you will always find the exact opposite. The IQ is not as high as they claimed. Knowledge, not even there, not even once. But they still pretend to be this person. The fake self is a part of it. And then last, thinks that he or she will be just like a Hollywood celebrity, that one day they will make it, the American dream, that they'll be walking on the red carpet, have a house in Hollywood, and that they'll be on Hollywood there, have their name right there. Now excuse me, there is nothing wrong with having an ambition, but this kind of thoughts always raise a flag, a red flag. This person has got to be kidding. A Hollywood celebrity. Because you're somewhat special, but reality does not prove anything. You just happen to be an average Joe, a plain Jane. And that is their fake self as well. The pinnacle of intelligence. It's a part of it. Now, these are just a few characteristics, and I will be making more characteristics, and per characteristic there will be a separate video, so you can always find them back in the playlist and on my channel. So what I want you to do for me in the comment section is write down how they appear to be in the beginning. You always find out that they have been different in the beginning compared to how they are in the end, because how they appear to be is something that is meant to lure you, of course. And eventually they show the true self, the harsh, unfair, unjust person. Now, I find it interesting to read stories of people who have been having, different cases. This person was not like this person was just like that, this person was this person was that. And that's something I'm interested in, therefore I want you to write it down for me so I can talk about it later on and do something about it. Of course, your name will not be mentioned if it's something that you want to keep private. But there is something to the story that I want to use so I can help you and other people with it as well. The next thing I want you to do is what you found out about them that they lied about. There is always something that you can say, hey, I found out that this person, guy or girl, has been saying this but turned out to be that. It is always that case with the narcissist. And last but not least, I want you to write down how the narcissist was, especially in the end, and what exposed his or her personality disorder. That is what I want you to do for me. Now, this is something that I'll be discussing later on in another video. In the next video, I'll be talking about the 4 types of narcissistic personality disorder. Thank you for listening to me. If you're new to my channel, subscribe. Once again, give this video a thumbs up, give it a like, and I will see you in the next video. Doe normaal!